Righto, now I found two Yaesu transformers sitting next to each other on a chunk of wood, two chunks of wood, and I thought to myself, that'd be great if I had two radios I needed two, transformers for, that I could steal these for. They've got the right voltages, they've got, a lot of things happening that could probably be very handy. But of course, I thought they've got a 240 volt plug connected all over to here, so I've plugged that in, and I've gone, righto, so that goes there, and we got that there. It's alright, just knocking something here. What I've done is I've thought, well, let's have a look and see what's going on. And we've got about 231.6 volts at the moment coming out of these two transformers. And you go, well, that's great. I'm taking 240 volts, which is probably 231.8. In all reality, if I check it, I would not be surprised if the supply voltage is down a little bit. So what are they on about? Well, the answer's easy. If I take this little yellow cap off, they, out of two Yaesu transformers, have built themselves an isolation transformer. And, I sort of had to remember my theory from back as a apprentice. I vaguely remember getting a shock off a device, a light chaser with SCRs on it. And I remember Dave Green coming to my rescue. Funny enough, we fitted safety switches and lots of things after that. But back in the 70s and 80s, of course, ELCBs didn't exist. And you know what, I still like the idea of this. So let me I just drew a Brenton map for a minute, and it's a pretty average sort of map. But, okay. So the theory is, Brenton's power pole in Tangam is here. HV comes in here, big volts. Transformer takes it down to 240 volts, so in our case 231.2 volts, which is a bit low today, although better than being probably too high. And as you'll see, we have a ground that comes in. We've got two lines coming out that produce our 240 volts that get over to our socket over here. The ground commons up on the neutral, comes through, and here's the active on the hot side coming through here. So basically, when Brenton is standing on the ground here, which is common to the earth back here, which we said is now connected to the neutral here, Brenton is probably a pretty good path to ground. And of course, from the hot side, what does that do? That makes me like a big resistor that wants to heat up and fry. So, and I'm really, by the way, there are much better videos on isolation transformers than what I'm giving. Please go and look at them too. I should say that because there are people that have done great studies in this. This is my very basic look at it. Okay, so basically what the isolation transformer does, it taps off the 231 point, well, let's call it 240 volts, and let's just live a little bit. Comes through the transformer here, and look at that. Over here, we don't have a path to ground anymore. And that's basically as simple as it is. It's really just isolating your path to ground. Now, that's not to say that you can't do damage to equipment still with surges. One of the things that's got to be careful of with your isolation transformer is that you're not actually keeping your earth connected up. I remember there was a video on some adapters that were not sort of the best to use for this. So maybe just do a bit of research on that bit. I'm just trying to remember what the key was no earth connection from memory. So to not have your actual earth pin connected on these lines here. Sorry, I'm getting muddled here. So basically, not good, bad. Hot side, put your finger on it. It's like when I picked up the heatsink of the light chaser and I just about frazzled myself because I was the path to ground. Had I been using an isolation transformer or had a bloody ELCB there, in milliseconds the ELCB, but I would have been safe. That light chaser, I wouldn't have seen a path to ground. So that's just a bit of a quick run through on just isolation transformers and what they do and how they do it. You won't get any more sort of scatterbrain than this diagram. It's the worst I've ever seen in my life, but it is important that when you're dealing with some of this stuff, there's a lot of live chassis gear out there still, I mean, you wouldn't think so in 2020, but believe me, we're restoring it all the time. And going back to old school isolation transformers, nothing wrong with that. I'm a bit scared that utilising two beautiful Yaesu transformers out of something. I'm trying to think what they've come out of. I'm really not sure yet, but you know, I'm just hurting a little bit about that, but what can you do? But yeah, look, this is a really rudimentary way of looking at isolation transformers. If you're in doubt, if you don't know whether you're dealing with a live chassis, you'll see this more in TVs. We did radio TV service back in our Radio Tech days. This would have been more the application where, you know, you put your hand on the frame of the TV and suddenly find out, wow, you know, bang, you've taken a shot from it. And those light chasers, Dick Smith light chaser kits, sorry Dick, they were terrible if you took the covers off. Yeah, they were really good to kill yourself on. So if you're not running an LCB or you don't trust them for some reason, the isolation transformer, look, you know what, this is worth nothing as far as I'm concerned in regards to, you know, if I was going to sell it, what am I going to get for it? Why not put it in the workshop and run all our all our old FTDX 400s, all our FT101s. Why not put it through this? It just makes no sense not to. Certainly gives us just one more level of isolation, one more level of protection, another chance to live another day. Anyway, be careful when you're dealing with some of these big high voltage things. You know, it's really something to always keep your head screwed on. If you're getting tired, walk away. Trust me, I've done it before. I've had some very black marks on my hands. I'm lucky to be alive because of stupidity of my own. So if you think I'm the smart guy that's never had to, you know, take a jolt here and there, just go ask my neighbour Henry back in South Australia. He just about, he nearly lost me on a job we were doing. So yeah, even the guys who are supposed to know what they're doing, i.e. me, trust me, we get it wrong every day. So, well, sorry, not every day. Once in a while we get it wrong, and when we do, it's normally because we're tired, we're worn out, we've got too much on our plate, and we've probably taken a shortcut, you know, which was the case on the job I was with Henry with. Nearly died on that particular case. He can't believe that I made it through, to be honest. My thumb was black, absolutely black, and took a long time to heal. A lot of nerve pain, a lot of things. So electricity, dangerous, but looked after, and following Brenton's very, very good drawing on how to, you know, stay alive. Don't sue me, by the way. Please don't sue me if you die, or your relatives. This is not accurate. There are better drawings, so please look up isolation transformers, look up the videos. TRX does one in the US. I think there was another couple I was thinking about, some of the guys that do, you know, a lot of major repair stuff. So, you know, definitely look into it a bit more. I'm just lucky that this one's come, you know, ready to go. We will put this in a box though, just to, you know, just to sort of make it all look nice and friendly. And, you know, me kitty cat doesn't come here and, you know, start eating through these lines. Love my cat. You know, Sam loves the cat more. So if I want to be loved by Sam, I better keep the cats alive, I think. 73s, all the best from VK3, Charlie Mike, Jack Daniels, Whiskey 229 in Tangambalanga, Northeast Victoria. And as I said, please learn more about isolation transformers, learn more about how to stay alive, and I'm not responsible. Just do your best. 73s, all the best.